Good morning. Let's start this vlog with some updates and some very honest chats. So, I tried to film a vlog a couple weeks ago. The theme was romanticizing my life, and the whole time I just had this feeling in my body that it just wasn't authentic. And that's like all I really know how to say. I don't really know how to articulate why or what I even mean by that. That's just all that I had in mind. And that thought in and of itself led to a series of thoughts, which I want to unpack right now. So starting with my research, I have been thinking a lot about how much I hate my dissertation and how much I want to revise it and really change the whole methodology and the research design of it all when working on transforming it into a book. So I wrote something on LinkedIn a couple weeks ago that I'm just gonna read here because I want to unpack my thoughts and these updates sort of chronologically as they happened. So here was the LinkedIn post. Buckle up, it's a little long. I said, with some distance away from my dissertation project, I find myself thinking a lot about the methods and methodologies I employed to conduct research. One of the primary ones being rhetorical analysis, especially of published blogs on YouTube. When I decided that I'd use rhetorical analysis, something in my gut felt off. Similar to how something in my gut felt off in this, it just didn't feel authentic kind of vibe. I powered through because analysis was what I knew how to do well. It's what so many English departments are steeped in, and it's what I had been trained in for so many years. I tried to mask my negative feelings by applying feminist frameworks of analysis, especially Kirsch and Royster's strategies for excellent feminist inquiry and Ratcliffe's rhetorical listening. I didn't have the words for it at the time, but now I know that, like Santos F. Ramos says, the emotional reaction I was having was due to, quote, the transformation of people into objects, end quote. Despite rooting my analysis in larger rhetorical ecologies that accounted for these vloggers' lived realities and acknowledged these vloggers' humanity, I still felt like a child holding a magnifying glass against an anthill, able to walk away at any point in time, unscathed by any fires I might have caused. I say this as a way of questioning research that we are doing but not living. Despite having 5+ years of public vlogging experience that allowed me to understand the reality, the stakes, the shame, the hate comments, the potential harm of vlogging, I'm still questioning the ethics of my research. So at a time when I see research of social media users, often influencers, on the rise, I ask us to question the ethics of objective rhetorical analysis of people. But I especially ask us to question this kind of research when it's not supported by lived experience. This is risky research, and I ask us to understand the risk, which perhaps we can only do by experiencing it ourselves. So that LinkedIn post is what started this whole thinking. I also had some really productive chats with Megan, with Joanna, who I saw them both at a conference last week, the conference on community writing, with my department chair. And basically the realization that I came to was I need to zoom way out. I think that so much of my dissertation feels wrong and just doesn't feel authentic as much as that word is really amorphous, because it was just doing too much too soon. I think that what I want to do is zoom way out and simply ask, why is vlogging rhetorical? And I want to ask that by asking, how do we vlog and why do we vlog? And it needs to be so much more than me analyzing people's vlogs and assuming here's what they're doing, here's what they're censoring, here's what they're disclosing. It needs to be interviews. It needs to be more thoughtful, rigorous reflection on my own vlogging practices. It needs to be interviews with students as well, and not just me analyzing their work. And so much of the ick that I have about this work was that I was up here analyzing it with this top-down approach. I was looking for certain themes. I was looking for things to sort of check off, yes, my hypothesis was correct. Instead of just sitting in the data and working like bottom up and saying, here's what naturally is emerging, here's what I want to focus on. I mean, I have ideas. I think that we are going to talk about bodies and embodiment a lot. I think we're going to talk about these aspects of censorship and disclosure. I think we're going to talk about identity as a whole. But I think we're also going to talk about a lot of things that I have no way of knowing yet until I do it. So for the past couple weeks, I've been like really sifting through this, and I spared you guys the long car chats, and I decided YouTube didn't need that. And I feel in a place that just feels more honest. It feels more honest to what I know, what I don't know about my research, and in the words of Megan, I feel just like ready to rock. So with that being said, I have been thinking a lot about this YouTube channel and what it means to bring in my lived experience in more systematic ways. In my dissertation, I sort of just included excerpts or used my lived experience when I didn't know what else to use. So now I decided that I'm going to have a vlogging journal where I write down my thoughts as I'm vlogging or as I'm not vlogging, as I'm editing. I have one entry. It started yesterday when I was just like, I have all this footage and content on my camera, but I just can't bring myself to edit it. It doesn't feel authentic. Why? What does that mean? And this term of authenticity is really like, it has been reverberating in my mind from the dis. That's like the most underlying theme. They even brought it up in my defense. So that's something I hope like comes to the forefront in my teaching, in the interviews, just like in the research, moving forward. But all of that also makes me think about like this channel as a whole and just like branding. That's not the best word for it, but like that's all I know how to say. I think I thought that I could just like really easily move and transition from like, oh, she makes grad school vlogs or she talks about her research and her teaching and all this stuff to like, let's just do the same thing but as a professor. It does not transfer that easily. It's not a one-to-one relationship because my day-to-day life feels like really, really different, and things in general, not just the job, but like life in general is a lot different. I live 1,000 miles away. I live with my parents right now instead of living with Megan. Things are just very, very different. And I'm just like struggling to know, I put on my Instagram story, like what stories I want to tell about my life right now, and not in like a censorship kind of way, like, oh, I'm scared to share these things, but just like, I don't know what feels real. I don't know what feels authentic to me. And that's like really, really confusing and difficult for me to wrestle with. I don't feel like I ever like consciously try to perform anything for YouTube. It's really hard for me when I get messages with people saying like, you're so motivational, this is so inspirational. Like, that's very kind. Thank you so much. But it's also hard for me because it makes me feel like I have to like keep that up when in so much of my daily life I feel like I'm struggling. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I have never felt like a worse teacher than this semester, and I'm teaching first year writing. It's not like I'm teaching a graduate course. My research is really confusing right now. I feel like I have the ick about a lot of what I've done before. I'm really embarrassed about the dissertation, and I don't even know if I want it to be like public on ProQuest like it is right now. So when people are like, this is so motivational, I'm like, but is it, you guys? Like, I'm kind of going through it. And then I've mentioned it before, but it's just been like hard to move back to Miami. There's a lot of really complicated feelings there that I don't even think I've touched the surface of unpacking. And living with my parents has been an adjustment. There's things that are really great about it and really healing about it, but then there's things that are like, this is weird. I'm not picking what to eat for dinner. I don't have my own space like I'm used to. I feel like I'm going backwards. I feel like a kid again. So yeah, it just is not a one-to-one transfer. I almost feel like what perhaps feels more like accurate or authentic to my life right now is like the post-grad genre. Like I watch some post-grad vlogs who I know they're like 22 and I just turned 30. And it's typically post-grad from like undergrad, but it's a lot of like confusion, disorientation, figuring things out, realizing that life is hard, realizing that making friends outside of school is hard, And that feels more accurate to where I am right now. When I was at the conference last week, to be honest, you guys, I got back to my hotel room after hanging out with Megan and Joanna, and I sobbed. Like a gut-wrenching sob. And I was just like, oh my God, I miss having friends. I miss living with Megan. I miss living in my simple little college town where everything felt easy and I knew what I was doing, and it was hard. And that feels to be like where a lot of post-grad people are. So maybe the rebrand of this needs to be not Professor Diaries, but post-grad school, what am I doing? So starting this vlog with a real long chat, but it's been weeks and I feel like I just needed to get that out there. It is Tuesday morning. It is 11 a.m. I have a Zoom call started. We are co-working right now. I'm obviously muted. On my way to my building on campus, I stopped at a little coffee truck that I have seen literally every day I've been on campus and never stopped at, so I brought myself to stop today. It looks a little gross right now because it's been sitting for a minute, but I got a strawberry matcha and it is delicious, worth all 7 of these dollars. And what I need to do now is grade, because I am supremely behind on grading and I gotta get that rolling. I actually also have to make a few slides for class today. It's peer review, so I don't feel like I have to like prep a whole lesson, but I want to prep some like guiding questions and stuff. So let me do that first, and then I will get into some grading. I also want to like be honest and use this vlog more intentionally to like check it on like how I'm doing about things. I feel like I always share my emotions and stuff, but like I think I share them more like in the moment. Like right now I feel good. Right now I feel this way. But like more from like a zoomed out place. So it's the end of October. I've been in Miami for 3 months now. And my overall feeling is that it's a lot harder than I thought it would be. Everything is. And that is okay. But I know it's gonna get better soon. Exciting news, if you've stuck around for the chat this long and you haven't just fast forwarded or left the vlog, I officially have a house that I'm renting. Actually I had a realtor who I worked with who helped me find it, and I am so excited about this house, you guys. I think it's the perfect little house. It's little, it's cute, it's cozy, but Zach and I signed a lease on it. He's a little nervous about space, that there won't be enough storage space, but it has a pool, which is like so fun. And I'm just trying to acknowledge that things feel hard right now. Things are harder than I thought they would be, but they will be exciting very soon, and I have things to look forward to, and trying to express a lot of gratitude that the reason things are hard right now is because I have so many people in my life and things in my life that I love and have loved so much that I am missing them. And if I didn't have that, I wouldn't have anything to miss. So trying to stay positive, and show up in ways that feel authentic to me more than anything. But that's where we're at. Let's make these slides.
Sunday, backseat tune, pair of bluebirds pick around on.
Just got home. A long drive. I feel very sleepy. It was over an hour because it was rush hour, but listening to a podcast wasn't as bad. Today just felt so long and I felt so tired. I led a disc group, I did some grading, I went to a committee meeting for the undergraduate studies curriculum committee, I taught, and then I drove home. So I know that that's like a normal day for a lot of people, but I don't know, for some reason it felt like so much. I think because I know I want to do a little more grading later tonight, so I don't like fully feel done yet. But something I've been doing lately is as soon as I get home, I take a shower, just sort of like and that feels really good. So I'm gonna do that and maybe look for a little bit of a snack. I am hungry. I think because all I brought was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch.
Mother Earth holding you weight, sun in your hair. Wind is steady on
About to get in bed now. I managed to make myself do a little more work tonight after dinner, even when I really, really didn't want to. So, gonna be another long day of work tomorrow. I'm gonna try and wake up early and get some stuff done. But for now, I'm gonna watch an episode of, oh my gosh, I'm like, Nobody Wants Us, season 2. Because season 1 was so good, and I didn't even realize season 2 was out until Megan texted me and she's like, I'm watching it. And I was like, oh my god. So, put that up on my projector and get a good night's sleep.
river perfectly rounded stone fits in your hand.
I guess I'll go to the thing. What time is it? Starts at 3:30. He said it's like a come and go thing, but
So it's not when it starts, it's when it ends. That's
yeah. And I'm gonna have to fight traffic tomorrow morning because I have to be on campus at 9:30. Hello, good morning. Today is Wednesday, and I said I was gonna wake up bright and early and really get rolling, but you guys, I feel like I'm still catching up on sleep from that conference. I'm so tired, and I don't really know why, because I got like 8.5 hours of sleep last night. I slept straight through the night. It was great, but I just woke up so tired, and that's how I felt yesterday, and on Sunday too. So I guess I'm just still catching up. Anyway, apologies if you hear the laundry going. I tried to shut the door, but washer dryer just inevitably loud. And I'm very behind on laundry, so I gotta do it. So I have a lot of things to do today. I'm feeling actually a little bit stressed out at the moment, but one of the things got taken off my plate last night. I am working on a proposal for a journal article with Megan, which I've mentioned a bunch, and I thought I was gonna have to do my section of the proposal today. But the deadline got extended, so now I can work on it this weekend instead, which is great. But that being said, I'm like, oh, this feels like a sign. There is a reception for the Center for Humanities on campus today, and they really want like new faculty and new graduate students to go. So I feel like that was a sign that like I should make time to go to this. It's unfortunate because I'm gonna hit traffic coming home because it's at 3:30. And I have to be on campus early tomorrow morning, so I'm gonna hit traffic going there too, but such is life. There's worse things in the world than traffic, and I think I'll meet some really cool people. I feel like I'm still in the process of very much learning about UM and getting connected and networking there, so this will be a good little event to go to. So in addition to doing that, gotta grade a bunch of assignments. I start a brand new unit in my course tomorrow, and I feel a little bit perplexed on what exactly I want to be doing with them. There was something else I had to do. Oh, and then tomorrow I have been asked to talk to the first year teachers who are in, at least at IU, we called it ProSem, like professional seminar. And it's essentially like this class that you take. It's often like a pass-fail course or like a 1-credit course where you meet and you talk about like strategies for teaching, talk about the curriculum, specifically for first-year writing. And I've been asked to talk about how I teach multimodal assignments. So she said it's like really casual. It was sort of like a more so last-minute invitation. But I would like to have like some semblance of preparation for that. So I either want to have like some specific assignment sheets I know I want to show, some slides, yeah, so gotta work on that. plan this unit, or at the very least lesson plan for tomorrow. Whole lot of grading. Have to go to an event on campus. And I guess that's it, but it feels like a lot in this given moment. Oh, and I'm currently leading a dissertation writing group right now. So I already got that started. I'm probably gonna have to make a second cup of coffee. I also need to eat something more than just pure sugar in the morning because I've been eating like just Frosted Flakes and that's not gonna cut it. Let's do a little unboxing. I get it the Emily Kaiser way. It is a number 7, which is just turkey and provolone with lettuce, mayo, mustard, dill pickles, and then you get like the oil and vinegar, of course, oregano, salt, pepper, and I think that's everything. You gotta get it on that Parmesan or rosemary bread. Yum. Okay, I just devoured one half of that sub, but you know what could make it better? I've been having a Diet Coke a day since I started this job. It's just a staple. And I used to have the mini ones, and now I've graduated to just the full-size ones. When I left Bloomington, Megan and I had like a huge case of Diet Coke that we just like never got to from Sam's Club, and I left it at Zach's house. And he told me he has now been drinking a Diet Coke a day since he works from home. And I was like, well, we're gonna need like a separate fridge just for our Diet Cokes. Which I thought was funny. Okay, just got out of the shower. I did not wash my hair because it was gonna take too much time to restyle it. So depending on what it looks like, I'm either gonna dry shampoo it and use this little heated round brush again, or I will slick it back if it's not salvageable. But I am not going to get ready quite yet because I feel like if I just jump straight into getting ready, I'm just gonna make that take forever. I'm just gonna do like a really full glam makeup and like vibe and listen to music, and I really don't need to be doing all of that because I just took a break and watched another episode of Nobody Wants This with lunch and took a little shower. So I need to leave at 3 for the event, and it's 1:45 right now. I really only need 30 minutes to get ready, so that gives me 45 minutes to do some work right now. And I think what I'm gonna try and do is knock out that presentation for tomorrow. I cannot let myself spend more than 45 minutes. It's supposed to be something really casual. So setting a 45-minute timer for that will be good. And then when I get back from the event tonight, hopefully I can do a little grading before therapy. If not, I'll do some grading after therapy. If not, I'll do some grading tomorrow morning. See, this is just what happens with grading. It just is like, I'll get to it. And one thing leads to another, and then I feel super far behind on it. So let's just sort of get to it, you know? Okay, it's 2:40. Took 10 minutes longer than I wanted it to because I decided that I wanted to have a Google folder, like on Google Drive, with a QR code that people could scan and have the slides for the PowerPoint and have like some of the handouts, which like are assignment sheets and scaffolding assignments and stuff, in case they want to look back at it later. Let's get dressed. Let's get ready to go socialize. Okay, it is 3:05. Here's the fit. I have never worn this before. If you hate it, don't tell me. This feels like a more dressed up fit. Like I would wear this on like a dressier day of teaching. I'm still figuring out what people wear at UM because some people wear jeans all the time and some people wear like shirts and ties. So I think I can wear whatever the heck I want. I might throw in a watch for some jewelry. Just finished therapy. That was a difficult session. I didn't think that I was going to be sad during that session. Like I started off just fine, and then she was like, so give me an update on how things have been, and I was like, so I went to Detroit and I saw Megan and I'm so sad. And we just talked a lot, as one does during therapy. And I think I am beginning to realize that maybe why things haven't just like felt super authentic to myself, to the channel, is that I think when I moved to Miami, I felt like I had already done the grieving. Like, I feel like I spent the last, honestly, few months in Bloomington, like, really trying to cherish those last things as a way of, like, pre-grieving. Like, I don't know, like, oh, this is my last time at the farmer's market. Let me, like, really cherish it. And I thought that that was grief. And then I could, like, close the door and I was done on that. But I don't think that that's true. And I think I need to just, like, stop telling myself how I should be feeling and stop telling myself, like, I should be exploring all these areas of Miami. Miami's such a cool city. I need to just, like, let myself feel how I feel. I need to just give myself space to feel this way. And she just, like, really reassured me how normal this is. And she's like, I meet with so many people who go through this and feel this way and feel like making friends is really hard and feel like they shouldn't be so sad when they got something that they achieved. They should be excited about it. And I just kept thinking of, like, the title of, like, Eli Rowland's book of Does Anyone Else Feel This Way? And just needing to remember that both things can be true because it's just really hard right now. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Megan just joined the Zoom call.
Vlog! Hi!
It's
I
been a
was not
minute.
expecting to see you here.
I was just vlogging while I was waiting for you to join the Zoom call.
I'm always late.
I didn't tell them you were late. I just said while I was waiting.
Well, I'm telling them.
Okay, it has been a long day. It's now like 3:45. I woke up this morning, slept through my alarm, and thank goodness I set a backup one on my phone. Had to rush to get ready, and then I presented for some grad students about multimodality, and it was great. I said I was scared of grad students, but I had no reason to be. They were very, very kind. And then I joined a Zoom call with Megan, like I showed you guys. Did some brainstorming for my vlogging class because I have a meeting with my chair about it tomorrow, which I'm going to present in the fall, or like pitch to be able to teach it in the fall. And then I had a Zoom meeting about just departmental internal stuff, and then I had to run and go teach. And it was one of those days where I had to be like on it for teaching. I didn't do any grading today, so that's really, really, really bad. So I'm gonna get home, chill for a little bit, and then I'm gonna have to do some grading.
Wide awake in a spell, smoking like a signal in a dream. Silver dollar sinking down, fantasy lightness in between.
Hello, good morning, happy Friday. I am back in my office. Came to campus 4 days this week. That's like a new record for me. And a very exciting update. I have my little candle warmer going and it's burning a little pumpkin scent. So that is the vibes that I need to power through this grading. I think I'm gonna make a cup of coffee with the break room Keurig machine and dive in. I have a meeting at 11 with my chair to talk about the class that I'm proposing for the fall, the vlog class like I mentioned. So I think I'm gonna jump into grading right after that. It is 10:20 right now, so I have some emails to respond to. I wanna do a little more like vlogging journaling like I talked about in the beginning of this vlog, and then do the meeting and then hop into grading. And I'm not letting myself leave campus until it's all done. Okay, The meeting about the vlog class went well. I feel good about things. I feel like I am on the right track and on the right pace. I'm drinking a cherry Coke Zero because there were no Diet Cokes cold in my house today. This golden pumpkin candle is giving me life. And now it's time to lock in and grade. A bit of an anticlimactic ending because I have technically 2 left to grade, but I can't access them because one is behind like a private Google Doc and the other one, the file just simply won't open. So I had to reach out to the students, but I'm gonna say I'm done for today. And it feels great. It's been a really, really busy week, as you all saw. And I'm gonna take tomorrow to chill out, to rest, and I think I'm gonna have to jump back into some work on Sunday. But I'm gonna end off the vlog here, either gonna edit it tonight or tomorrow. I am learning and figuring things out. So thank you all so much for watching this one, listening to all that I had to say, listening to all the yapping, and I just really appreciate your support through every step of the process and the transition, and I can't wait to show you guys the house and continue to figure out life in this new stage of it alongside you guys. I will see you in the next one that will hopefully come sooner than this one came.
I